in and off the year. We got a couple more weeks left, a couple more episodes. What's new?
CDK, all that's on my mind right now is cooking with Kaya. Cooking with
Cooking with
Kaya.
Kaya.
What's up, man? How you feeling, bro? I'm feeling good, man. I just got out of a wormhole of that. But I'm doing good, man. How about you?
I'm feeling really good. Yesterday, I bought me a new car. Um,
Ooh.
not too excited about that. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm glad I got it, but it was a decision I had to make for future things. Like, not even necessarily like I wanted the car right now, but you know how that goes.
What we in? What year is it in? I know we want to tell you, baby.
2024.
Ooh, CDK, yes, sir. Hey, man, I can't wait to say hell yeah. That's dope, bro. That's dope. And we was talking about that last week, so I'm glad you moved on that. But okay. I want to start with this, right? I mentioned the cooking with Kaya thing. We'll get there. I truly want to say I'm now focused and indebted to protecting women. You know why? Because I felt like a vulnerable woman at a club, and I felt like this is what women feel like all the time. CDK, I'm walking in a club in Charlotte a couple weeks ago. I'm not in there for 30 seconds. As soon as I walk in, I walk right up to the bar, waiting for the bar. This girl walks over to me, grabs my chin, my beard, and turns my head like this to look at her. I go, bitch, get the fuck off me, right? And she goes, when she turned my head, she goes, I go, yeah, like, what's up? And she goes, and like she girls don't got no game, so she's standing there looking at me like, well, say like do something. I felt violated. I said, oh my God, why would you just like touch me like this? So I said, get the fuck. And so I turned around and walked away. That's one thing. The next thing, this girl comes up to me and goes, you look familiar. Do I know you? I go, what, you went to A&T or something? She goes, no, I went to UNCG. I said, okay, cool. I went to, you know what I'm saying? We was in Greensboro at the same time, So we start talking. She goes, damn, I mean, you sit here talking to me, you can't buy me a damn drink or nothing? I go, oh my God, what the hell is going on? I said, I gotta get the hell out of here, man. I don't, and that just made me feel like, damn, bro, this is how women be feeling all the time, bro. Just like, I just walked in, somebody touched me, grabbed me. I'm like, yo, I gotta make sure that I'm not being a weirdo like this when I'm out. When I'm in the club, I'm not being too horny. These bitches being too horny, too like demanding, too entitled. I'm like, but this is what women deal with in the club or out all the time. So now I feel like it's my duty because I felt like that to, you know what I'm saying, to show up like that for other women. What you feel like?
No, I definitely understand that too. Like the entitlement. I think that women cannot take rejection the same way they dish it out to men, right?
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of times people don't even really like care about the rejection part. It's about the embarrassment.
Right.
Right. So the ego part of it. So if men did the things that women did when it comes to stuff like that, they'll be locked up, put away.
Right.
But because they're a woman, I feel like they have the opportunity and space to do those things.
Yeah, because when that girl grabbed my face, she was like, well, I've done my part. Now you take over. And I'm like, what the hell? It's like, okay. She didn't have no game past that. She wasn't like, hey, baby, da-da-da. She was like, I've done it. I have your attention now. Like, take over. And I'm like, the hell?
Boom. So I was just talking to my friend about that. Like, they was like, I plot on men, but I don't have to say anything. And I'm like, how's that you shooting your shot or you expressing interest? Like, by not saying anything. You expect him because he's the person that's supposed to be pursuing you, courting you. Traditionally, you expect that he would take over in those areas just because you showed
interest.
But
that's what it is, though. Like, that's kind of what dating is. It's like she looks at you like she's showing you that she's interested in you. Kind of. I have no problem with that. I'm saying, don't, like, if you're gonna go and grab my face, you gotta have some lines. All right, you gotta get me wet.
Was she bad?
No, but even if she was bad, but and that's the thing too. Though, she had the confidence of a bad chick with no like follow through. Like, she was like, yeah. And you can tell. Now, granted, I walked in there late. I walked in there when everybody was drunk. I walked in probably like 1 a.m. So it's probably an hour left. You know, people was already feeling it. So I wasn't as on that level of like, oh yeah, I wasn't there yet. She was. So I just want to say, like, I felt that. I had to put in my notes. I put the girl in the cloud assaulted me. The girl it was that cloud, the club. I said she assaulted me. So I wanted to put it out there. But yeah, what you got, bro?
No, I want to jump off with this cooking with Kaya thing, man.
Yes.
First of all, the girl's 17. Let's start there.
That's not true. That's not true.
She didn't say that?
shit, that's not true, bro. I'm telling. First of all, the girl got an apartment. CDK, she got an apartment, bro. And I found an old video of her saying that she was 23. So
Okay.
I think I think she was just trolling or anything like that. But she's not 17. But
Anyways,
yeah.
thirsting over this girl. I'm really trying to understand where it even came from. Like, what's the whole thing?
Mhm. I went to her page. I just found out about it a couple of days ago. I went to her page and like 55 people that I know was already following her. So I'm like, damn, I'm late. Of course, they're all guys. But what I do think is that this shows people's insecurities, not just women, just in general. Like, because there are people that women thirst over online, and that is very much accepted. It's like a thing. It's like, oh, that's my boo or whatever. Like, you can do that, but when it comes to that, and when women feel like, you know, I don't want to just say women, but just when people feel like their own relationship or their own thing is being threatened, that's when they go, I mean, well, who the fuck is she? Da, 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 da. Granted, yes, I don't like thirsting over somebody who I don't know. I think that's just corny in general. But I do want us to keep the same energy, because women are allowed to thirst over people that they don't know all the time, and it's considered cool. But and the good I'm gonna tell you why I like this girl too, because she plays the well, you better do this or your man. It's like women hate that. Oh, they hate that, CDK. They hate the idea of, well, you better do this because your man ain't doing it. Because here's what it is: women are seeing how simple and how easy men are. All you got to do is have a lamb chop and a nice ass and do it, and they'll be like, but women want you to like experience something else, but they don't want to look at guys as being that simple. So when they see that, when they see a girl just being like, hey, all she got to just turn around, and then the guys are like, oh my God, like drooling and stuff. Like, it makes them upset. Same thing with guys. I mean, with women, they thirst over streamers and rappers and athletes or whatever. But I feel like we're a little bit more used to it, because we're used to protecting women's feelings in that way, right? So like, yeah, my girl, she don't cook like this girl, right? But I'm gonna be like, hey, baby, da 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 da, like like, because women are a little bit more emotional, their feelings. We have to cater to their feelings a little bit more. So when women see that like guys ain't doing that, like it's the thing of, well, shit, my girl cooking this, I want to go over and cook, what Kaya's cooking. It's like that really hurts their feelings, and that brings out their insecurities. They start trying to find something wrong with the girl. Even the 17 thing, like that's not even real, but that's what people go, see, now y'all about to go to jail. That's like, chill out, bro. Let men thirst over, like, let men experience that same thing that you feel. Now granted, we could talk and say that it's corny. We don't know this girl. Y'all, we're not going to meet this girl. The grass is greener where you water it type. We know all that. But just in general, we're having fun. I think that this is great because it's going to get women back in the kitchen. I know that sounds a little misogynistic, but hey, man, it is. It has gotten women back in the kitchen. I've seen so many plates in the past 3 days, and I've seen more plates in the past 3 days than I've seen in November for Thanksgiving.
This is what I was thinking about this whole situation. The way that women act when another woman is getting that amount of attention.
Yeah.
Like, bro. And of course, people are making jokes, but there are some women that are like seriously trying to align themselves with what she's doing and make it the next wave of content.
Yeah. You see that, but you see that in school a lot, like around women. Because I've always said that, like, I don't want to make it about a woman thing, but women are attention whores. Every woman. And I'm not trying, and that's my mom, my grandma, my auntie, cousins. They want that. And you can see it. My point is, you can see it in school, because you see, like, when a girl in school, like high school, middle school, is getting a lot of attention, another girl is trying to get that attention too. So same deal with social media. It's like it exposes people's insecurities. And it's the idea that we say we have to be above it. Be above this too. Like, just some girl that you don't know. If your man is thirsting over this girl, then just be above it. Be better than it. But don't go down like, well, shit, I mean, she ain't shit. Da, da, da. It's like, nah, she's a cute girl. She makes good food looking, like, it is what it is. So shout out to Cooking with Kaya. But look, I want to transition to that, and I want to go into I want to shout out to shame restaurants. I want to shame a restaurant in particular. Look, I understand that putting your food on social media is a big deal. Getting people's reviews and reactions is a big deal. If I come to your restaurant, don't put a camera in my face wanting me to try the food. I went to a food truck. I know this guy. We did like a podcast something together back in the day. He has a food truck. I go over there. He's like, "Yo, Horatio did us." I opened it. It's I opened the food like just to show it. He goes, "No, man, take a bite, nigga. I don't want to take it because now I gotta go. Yeah, this is great. What am I go like? This shit is ass. I can't give you my true reaction because you're recording me. It's like I'm gonna have to fake it. I don't want to fake it all the time. Like I want to truly know if I like it or not. So I don't know. Don't stop recording people eating, man. And you can tell when people don't want to do that. Like I don't know. It's not my thing. I don't want to eat right here. I just don't feel like that. What you think about that? Food reviews, like it's getting too invasive for me.
I mean, I feel like the only person that's been able to really tell people how they feel about food as being a critic when it comes to like eating and recording is Keith Lee because he's made that image. So it's not going to look like he's being an asshole. That's just his brand, right?
Mm-hmm.
Rather than it's somebody that you know, of course they're going to give you a good review. But if I don't know you at all and you record me and ask me my real review, I'm going to tell you what it is.
CDK, no, you're not.
Why not?
If you bite into something and it tastes bad and there's a camera in front of you and it's an owner that's like, so what do you think? And you go, man, it's great, it's good, it's good. You can go, man, this shit's ass, bro. God, why did I even?
You're right. I'm not doing that.
Why did I even come here? Like, you called me down here for this bullshit? Like, you go off on them?
I'm not doing that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like, and nobody's gonna do that. So it's like, it's fake. Like, stop trying to make me fake like your food. If I like it, I'm gonna come back. I bought it already. So if I like it, then I'm or just ask me. Ask them, hey man, can you mind being recorded doing a review, whatever. I like that more than just putting the phone in my face.
I will say that there's this Cheeto ball things in Texas that I've been seeing people eat. You know what I'm talking about? HTX Food Plug. And because I've seen some of the reviews on his page of people eating it, I do want to try it. But like now that I think about it from this perspective, like, are they just doing it because he's recording, or like this is how they actually feel about it?
True. And will you ever know? Like, that's why the Keith Lee thing is good because he's in his own car, he's in his own thing. But if he was in front of the people, it's hard to be like, it's okay, because then they're gonna hit you with a story. I've been having this restaurant for 40 years and it's in my family, so now you don't want to shit on them, And if it's somebody you don't want to, because they're recording you, they're gonna put it out there, and you don't want to, you don't want to do that. Okay, moving on. Last week we talked about we listen and we don't judge, and I didn't know what it was. Ever since that, I've been seeing a lot of that. I judge you if you still watch reality shows that are like ghetto and fighting and stuff like that. That is so 2000s. Like, let that genre go, bro. I know, the most thing we think of is like baddies and stuff like that or just the Zeus network. But I know a girl who's like into it. Like, and I'm like, I'm judging you. Like, who the fuck is still watching people throwing drinks? People's like, grow up, man. Like, that's so 2004. Like, what are we doing? So if you still watch ghetto-based reality shows, I judge you. What you think?
Ghetto-based reality shows. I told you how I feel. I want to delete Zeus Network off my TV because my girl be watching it, and it pisses me off. Like, I say, you can watch that stuff, just not around me. Like, there's not a lot of things I'm strict about, but that's one of them for sure. Like, I just feel like, for one, it's fake.
Yeah.
Two, why do you get entertainment out of a negative depiction of our race? And not to be all woke and everything, but that's kind of how I feel about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and I don't have any interest. It don't even have no real storylines. They be fighting. Like, I watched one about like films and stems, and they didn't have a storyline. There was no objective. They didn't do any activities or challenges. They were just fighting.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how do you win the show? Like, how do you get eliminated? What's going on? There is no plot.
Yeah. I mean, that's the whole thing, right? They just be like, some of them be like, all right, this bitch, it's like high school. It's like, this bitch thinks she better than you. She like, what? This bitch ain't shit. And they start fighting. It's like, who are you? Like, what type of fucking NPC shit do y'all be on where they can just hit a button and y'all just start fighting for people's entertainment? But yeah. I just thought that was so corny. All right, let's move on again. Have you seen the video of Travis Hunter, the football player from Colorado, and his girlfriend, the reception that he got from his girlfriend after their last game in Colorado? Have you seen that video?
Yes.
What do you think about that? Because I think that, first of all, we don't know. I don't like the internet speculation about what's going on in people's lives based on what we see. Like, we don't know. So apparently it was the end of the game. He tried to kiss her. She was like, get off me or whatever. People were saying that he was flirting with other cheerleaders or whatever. It was a bunch of stuff like that. But now this has turned into people giving Travis Hunter think pieces and people like, oh, well, you need to divorce this girl or whatever. It's like, bruh, mind your business. And let's say all of that stuff is true. Let's say that she is resentful or whatever. he has to learn this on his own. This is don't get in the way of people's life experiences because you, even if we see this, even if you go, hey man, you should marry this girl, let him do that because that's what he has to go through in order for him to see whatever. Like, or it could be amazing. Let people just go through their own thing. Like I hate when people assign a storyline onto people's lives and we don't even know. You know what I'm saying? We literally don't know.
I agree and disagree. I'm gonna tell you why. As far as individuals and what they have going on behind closed doors, I agree with that. If he was not a public figure, what I don't agree with is as a public figure, I don't care what we are going through behind closed doors, right? My public image comes first.
It's more important than this, right?
It's more important than this relationship because I'm promising you right now, that's how we're even funding this whole relationship right now. And they might have been together before that happened, like before he became who he is.
But he was always a star athlete, though.
Exactly. So it's like my public image, and you know cameras are on. Like the fact that you weren't mindful in that moment or couldn't be considerate enough to put your feelings aside for the cameras right now, and it's not being fake, it's protecting that because now that's not people are not focusing on what he's doing on the field. They're focusing on this relationship, which shouldn't matter.
But see, that's and that's my point, right? We know that. We can see that. He's younger. He's a younger guy. He doesn't know that. Athletes, bro, especially athletes like that on the highest level, they be locked in, bro. They be like they have a girlfriend. They don't really be partying like that. They don't drink like athletes are on the top level. So he may not be the best socially with women. He may not understand. He may not understand the game of all this, right? And that's cool. But he has to go through that. Now, granted, this would be a great time for him to be like, hey, teach your girl, hey, look, like literally what you just said. I don't care what happens. In public, they should be saying, wow, this girl is so supportive. This girl, I mean, she's at everything. It's like that should be the thing. But obviously, he hasn't had that conversation with her, whatever. And this is the perfect time for him to do that. But my point is, I don't like when people are telling him, hey, you should leave her or you should do this. It's like, don't tell him what to do with his girl, bro. Obviously, he's not, he didn't do that. He didn't, y'all hate when I say this, but he didn't train her on this level of
we gotta find a better word.
I know, right? He didn't teach her, whatever. He didn't inform her the best thing to do was not to go all in on your emotions, right? Because this is more important, right? But instead of saying, say, hey, this is a time for you to explain that to your girl. You about to be you're a husband. He's a fiance. You about to have a family. You about to lead a family. This is a perfect time for you to understand, for you to teach your wife and for her to teach her kids that this brand of the Hunter last name is more important than anything because this is how we eat, this is how we fund our lifestyle, this is how we do whatever. So I just don't like that. I think it's always like, hey, leave her and get another one. Leave her and get another. It's like, bruh, no, teach this girl what you want. Like, do it. Like, I don't like that message in it because this girl obviously to him means something. And I hate when people act like that don't mean nothing or it's like, oh, it's like, no, they're kids. She had a lapse in judgment. She probably didn't even understand how important that, like, in her mind, that's probably what she always does to him.
See, and that's the thing. That's what I'm about to say. I think it's too late. Like, you're already about to marry this girl. This is something that should have been done years ago at the very beginning. Like, he's always been a star athlete. So, like, why are we just now getting to this? You don't think that's been talked about before? Like, I don't know.
He don't know. That's my point. He don't know. Maybe he's a sap. Maybe he's a simp. That's not for us to get into. See, that's what I'm saying. I don't like when men do that. Like, instead of trying to, like, because if that's the case, he got the same problem with the next girl. So it's about him and what he wants to, and what he allows and da-da-da. So I think that should be the focal point, not her, because any girl gonna do that. If he was with another girl, he was flirting with the other girl, whatever, it's like, that's gonna have, like, they're gonna get upset. They're gonna get mad, whatever, right? It's like, you have to be the one to say, hey, look, if you're gonna be with me, this is what's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can be upset. I'm not trying to say that your emotions are invalid, but when we are in public, I'm telling you, they're going to, especially now, they're going to zoom in on you on everything. They're going to make sure that if you have a face that's bad, and that just what comes with dating me. So I just think that, like, that should be the sentiment behind it, is focus on him and what he allows in his brand, rather than like, oh, her and da-da-da. It's like, she's not gonna. She's not gonna find a guy like, it's like college football. He's a Heisman player. It's like, she's not gonna find a guy that is like him, that has the history and everything. It's like, so I don't know, man. I just feel like we need to get out of their business And if you are in it, empower him to make a better decision as far as loving himself and putting his brand first.
Okay, I agree with that. Let me say this though. This kind of transitions to the topic I want to talk about. Women, all of their life, have been taught what to expect from men. Men have been taught all of their life how to treat women, but not what to expect from them. And I
Right.
think that's where like some of the disconnect is.
What do you expect from a woman, CDK?
What should I? Okay, what should I expect from a woman? Submissiveness. I hate that I led with that.
Yeah, could have picked
Let's
it
see.
first. You could have picked a better one for the first one. Nigga didn't even say love.
Oh my god, that sounds crazy. Love, yes,
Yeah,
love,
yeah, yeah. That's right.
respect. Um, respect is a big one. Respect probably should be the first one.
The biggest one. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, respect, love comes after that.
yeah. Yeah.
Submissiveness probably comes after that, and a
Ass.
great partner. Yeah, and some butt, man. What are we talking about?
No, but I feel like on that topic, like I don't know, man. It's hard to as a guy, it's hard to say you're not showing up for me in the way that in the way that I would need you to a
Mm-hmm.
woman, because I feel like a lot of women think that their presence alone as a woman, their femininity alone, is what is the biggest thing, right? Not those things you
Mm-hmm.
just said, not the respect, not those things. So it's hard. I feel like it's hard for a lot of guys to say that because they get called names, they get called, you know what I'm saying? Like they get called like it's quote unquote not being a man sometimes by expecting those things from a woman. And I feel like that's what's I think the biggest disconnect between in the relationship wars or whatever is the fact that men are taught to I don't say serve a woman, but I mean, bro, I was in the store the other day. I heard "Put That Woman First" by Jaheim. I was
Mm-hmm.
like, this is some sip ass shit, but this is what we was fed. Bro, this is what we got to put that woman first. You know what I'm saying? Like things like that, like that attitude or that mindset is what we've been brought up on, and we expect to get that in return in the ways that we want. But just like going back to Travis Hunter, if you don't say these things to the woman that you want to be with or love,
Mm-hmm.
it's not going to happen. I
It's
mean,
not gonna happen.
it's not going to happen unless she has a good father and some brothers or something like that, unless she has that family. But if she doesn't, that's going to be really hard for her to even understand because of society and everything like that. So you have to be, and that's my point with Travis Hunter. We have to empower him
Mm-hmm.
to recognize these things. Don't put the woman down. She don't know. She's just responding like the attention whores that they all are. And that's no disrespect to women, but it just is what it is. As a guy, as a leader of a family, you have to be able to understand that, like, what my needs and what I want is important as well, if not more important than this whole family, because I know that emotionally, going back to Travis Hunter thing, I'm not going to put her in that situation that she just put me in,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because I'm not driven as emotionally like that as she is. So I have to make that decision as the man to be able to make my intentions or my feelings, be known, because otherwise they're not going to be known. How many times as men have we seen our fathers, grandfathers, uncles get swept, their feelings, their emotions get swept up under the rug
Yep.
for their family, for their wives, for the household, just to keep it going, right? And that is bad, man. You can see it in men, like, as they get older. That's why niggas be having a heart attack at 55, and what I'm saying, real young and stuff like that. Like, so yeah, man. As a man, you really got to be able to put yourself first in a way, and not care that you get called sassy or you get called whatever. It's like it is what it is, for your
I
own health.
agree. I agree.
Yeah. All right, let's move on. Hold on, my phone's not. I don't want to get into this. You see the news about Jay-Z?
Oh yeah, the way that we can just tarnish somebody's legacy just based off allegations. The allegation is enough, even if you're found not guilty.
But here's my thing, though, bro. Here's my thing. I hate that that's the storyline, and you're not gonna agree with me because of what you just said. I don't agree. I don't necessarily agree with that. Okay. I understand that there is a idea in this world amongst black men that they build them up, tear them down. That is very true, very true. but we cannot act like this is so uh unfathomable to think of when things like this happen in that industry. Now, I'm not trying to say now, of course, we can agree innocent until proven guilty, but I don't like how that's the first thing that we come on. It's like, what if it's true? Nobody's thinking about that. Nobody's thinking about that angle of what if it's true. Now, granted, this happened in 2000. It's 2024,
You don't think
but
nobody think about that?
no. From what I've seen, most people are saying, "Hey, man, the black guy got another black man down," and I get that, but I don't know, man. I don't know. I
I
don't know.
think it's
I'm
been
not quick to defend Jay-Z on this point. I'm not.
no. But I think that I've been seeing a lot of that. Like I've been seeing a lot of people like until it's proven that he didn't do it, Jay-Z's gone too. Just because of things like the date Beyonce while she was young. Foxy Brown said they never messed around, but
Right?
still, Aaliyah. Like there's been evidence and things that had happened before that was a little
Right.
shaky. So people are not just giving Jay-Z like the get off the hook free card. It ain't
Okay.
that.
Well, I've seen more of that. I've seen more of people. I mean, because Jay-Z is one of the most impactful rappers in the world ever. So I've seen a lot of that. I've seen a lot of people be like, like the tearing the black man down, which is true. But on some level, like these things aren't like some of these things have happened. Like there are examples of some of these things happening. So it's like, I to me, these things just show how powerful music and like the connection to your life and the persona of somebody and all that stuff is attached to, because somebody can be accused of something, or somebody can, you hear something or whatever, or know things or whatever, and we will be like, nah, because it's like that's not the Jay-Z that I know. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how impactful characters and stuff are. So I don't know him as a person. I don't know. It's like people did it with R. Kelly. Like, well, Robert did that, not R. Kelly. It's like that's how important a persona is to attach to music to somebody.
Mm-hmm.
So I get it, man. I get it, man. We don't want this to be true.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Well, we hope it's an ambulance chase, or it's a thing, right? But if it is, then it's sad to see. But it's also like it goes with the point that we've been talking about on this podcast. The culture of celebrity has to be dying. It has to die, because if these things are true, if these type of allegations are true, then it's like it's so hard for us to even understand, like, what is life? Because I love this guy, I love these celebrities, I love this music, and they have been doing things that I deem as immoral. So now we have to go back to be like, damn, like, why do I even put this much stock in this person? Why do I even love, like, I love their music, yes, but I think that's what we're gonna have to start doing, like really separating people's music and them, like
Mm-hmm.
truly. I guess it's really hard to do.
Nah, I think so too.
Yeah. Um, last one for me. You see the CEO get killed from United Healthcare?
Yeah, when he was outside the bank, or was he walking to the car? It
Yeah,
looked like
it
he
was
was
a
walking to the
conference.
building.
He was going to a conference, and he was about to speak at a conference. My thing is, this thing is real shady to me, bro. Like this whole, because people saying that the shooter is switched out as another person. Anytime somebody of this magnitude gets killed, and like it's a hit. It's like it's something going on. It's not like, I don't think that this guy was just mad at home and something happened. Like it's obviously something bigger at play. But something that I do want to like put out. Anytime like a CEO of a healthcare company, they're trying to deny people coverage. That's the whole point of like doing it. So that was a big thing as well. Like, oh well, he was upset because the CEO made a thing about anesthesia. You got to be able to pay for it now, where it was included. And maybe there's like 50,000 people that have died based on the changes of, laws or whatever that he has made. So it's just, I mean, of course, like we get desensitized to like some like images like that, people killing somebody like that on the street. But no, I just wanted, it's something weird with this case, and I don't know. Like, I truly don't know. It's out of my pay range or whatever, but it's something weird with this case. What you think about it?
No, I think it's something definitely is organized that happened. Like this is definitely not something that they just did. He had a silencer on the gun. Number one,
Right.
from the video I saw, nobody just owns equipment like that. And you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And the fact that it happened on the street, like,
Yeah.
bro, you're a CEO of a company. Like, be for real.
Yeah. No security, no nothing. It was in the morning time. It was like they said the guy was waiting out there for a long time. But now the guy is like famous. The
Mhm.
guy who killed him is like famous. I forgot his name. This is like an Italian guy. But people going on his Instagram looking at his pictures, like women are thirsting after him. He's like kind of like cut up. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So that's what makes me think like this shit is weird, bro. American culture, like this dude killed somebody, and now people are like, oh, like he has like a fan club. It's like it's just it's so human nature, man. It's so weird. But I got one last thing. I don't know if you have anything left.
What's up? Talk to me.
This is very corny. This is not as dark as where we just went. Valet trash is the laziest shit in the world. And I think, bro, I cannot stand valet trash. I think it is so lazy. Am I just being old school, bro? Take your ass out to the trash to the
I live on
dumpster.
the third floor. Hell no, bro. Valet
That's
trash.
lazy, CDK. Get your ass up and take your trash down to the thing. Look, I watched this documentary on Netflix. It was about consuming. That changed my whole mind. I forgot what it's called, but go watch it though. It's about consuming, about how much junk, how much trash do we have, bro. But going back to the valet trash, in my apartment building,
Mhm.
I'm not outside. Like you know how yours are. You can walk and you're outside.
Yeah.
I am in a building. So everybody's trash on the floor. It shit stinks. I just don't like that. And I wrote that in my topic as I'm coming up here today. Because it's like that's so lazy. I don't think that because that's some American ass shit. I'm gonna leave my trash out and it's magically gone. Like take your ass outside and go throw it in the trash can. What you think?
Now, when I lived on the first floor, I ain't mind doing that. Now, living inside when it's almost like the hotel style, I
Right.
don't think that that should be a thing.
It's nasty, bro. It
Yeah,
stinks.
I
Like
don't
when
think that should be a
it's
thing.
trash. Like I guess outside it makes more sense because you're outside. But when you walk, like when I go to my floor, it just smells like trash because everybody has their trash outside. And to me, it's so lazy. And if you go ask somebody, well, we're paying for it. Shut the fuck up and take your ass out there. And I hate that, man. I hate that. Like to me, it's just like it's adding more comfort where it don't need to be. Get some steps in. The trash can's right outside. It ain't even like, come on now. Stop doing that. But yeah.
I can see that. Like I didn't use valet trash until like now, and I
Mhm.
was one of the type of people too. Like even when I stepped on the second floor, like take your trash down real quick, throw it out, keep pushing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But now I do see the convenience of it on the other side of that as well.
American luxuries. That's what y'all have. All right. And Trump is coming to take. Hey guys, I don't have better to come to you.
Uh, Comparison is a thief of joy.
Hell yeah. That's in the Bible, right?
I
Maybe
don't know.
not. I don't know. Maybe not. No, but that is true though. Comparing yourself will have you like fucked up.
Yeah, for real. Even compare yourself to yourself, like
Mm.
identity crisis. Yeah.
What you mean comparing yourself to yourself? Like your old self or like
No, no, no. Compare yourself to yourself. Like, say you are a basketball player, entertainer, who you are on and off the court.
mm.
Like,
Yeah,
comparing
yeah.
yourself, if your brand doesn't necessarily align to who you are as an individual.
Right. Hell yeah, man. Hey man, be authentic. I guess my bet is to come is just be you, man. You know why people play with you, bro? This person who's listening to this, because you let them play with you. All right. Don't let nobody play with you, man. But really, put yourself first, man. All right. Well, hey man, another amazing episode of CDK and Horatio in the can. We want to appreciate you guys for listening to another episode. You can follow me on all social media at Horatio Radio.
Follow me at CDK on the mic, man. ESPN Battle of the Bands. What next weekend? This weekend.
This weekend.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
it's lit.
Yeah. You gonna be there?
Nah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm being there. I'm in Atlanta this weekend. I'm going to the Celebration Bowl too in Atlanta. Um, Jackson State versus South Carolina State.
Ugh.
That should be interesting. So yeah, I'm having a good time this week. But hey guys, we appreciate you guys. We'll see you guys next week.